Alright, it's that time once again for another Ashran Trash Can, February the 5th, 2025. Looks like we got a bunch of maniacs up in the house. I'm on my paladin here. We do have, what, 6 healers. Alliance got 8 healers there. Looks like it's the AUGGY Premade. Don't forget to hit that like, share, subscribe, and notification bell. Not sure how many they have, but let's get it going here. We're going to try and intercept them here at the Ring of Conquest. Got to prevent them from getting all those nice toys, right? It's bad enough that they take them out of the mailbox and then use them before the gate opens. How cheesy is that, right? Blizzard definitely needs to do something about the mailbox for sure. I'm surprised they still have that in the game, man. What has it been, 20 years and it's still in there? Wow. In any case, we're starting to wipe them. They didn't send a ton here. More than likely, they probably tried hitting us at mid or rushed our mage maybe or tried to go to back door. One of the cases there. We got a couple in the back here. Medivh is going to go down. Lights out there. Now we got Healing Priest over here. Watch out for our Mage. We need to check him out. Hopefully we got somebody there. Looks like there are a few people that are already there. Don't see the majority of their team here, though. They didn't decide to come to rock. We got a bunch of our people that are going back in there to finish off the ogres. These priests, man, are ridiculous to take out. Yeah. Don't think they need any more buffs, right? Flag is at F4 right now. We're going back through the Crossroads here to see what we can get done. Sometimes, man, we can just rush back and stack on top of the flag, but it looks like it wasn't quite enough time for us to do that in this case. I'm going to rush in here and get onto the monk healer, hit him with that hammer of justice. Don't interrupt Crackling Jade, that's for sure. They try and bait your kick with that. Never ever kick Crackling Jade Lightning. I don't even think you would kick that against a DPS monk, would you? Seems like a waste of a kick for sure. You definitely want to make sure to kick some stuff that is going to affect the monk's healing on the Mistweavers for sure. They're trying to push us off this flag. We have a lot of people that are split, so they might be able to do this right here. That's the problem with when you get all of your team going to the Ring of Conquest. Everyone just wants to take out the ogres. It's like, it doesn't really matter because you can get all the artifact fragments. The NPCs are scaled so horribly right now that they get dropped in a matter of seconds. There's really no point even trying to summon them. I guess the best way to summon them is if they're already in your base and you're trying to push them out. That's probably the only time it will actually do any good because it will give them something else to target while you can start picking them off one by one. And once you take them out in your base, they'd have a lot further to run back. They're on our mage at 90%, looks like. We have a priest up there now. Should be fine. Yeah, we have 6 healers. Hopefully we can dedicate one back to the mage tower. I'm using everything I have here. Yep. I don't have much left now, though. AoE blind's not up for another 5 seconds. Can I survive that long? Jeez. Popped shield. Yeah, I got the AoE blind. Got that off at least. They still are trying to push onto this flag. The flag's about halfway capped. It's definitely going in their favor, though. I'm going to hit bot, but still go down with the ship. Now we're starting to regroup here. Once we get our team together, we should be a little bit stronger. And that's another thing, too. When you're fighting on the roads, all the melee you have, man, just have double HP. You can see... Even on my Ret Paladin, I got almost 16 million health. That is insane. You get your tanks going, they got 30, 40 million, right? Looks like the Demon Hunter is starting to fall back. Samuel's over here to the side. They did cap that flag. Flag's back at F2. We're falling back a little bit. I'll see if I can stay alive. I got bubble coming off cooldown in a few seconds here if I need it. Hopefully I won't need it. Oh, I'm going to need it. Nope, I didn't. Get out of there. Save your bubble at all costs if you can, because once your divine shield is dead, so are you. 9 times out of 10 anyway, right? Score is pretty close right now. We just got to start securing some HKs. We got the top damage in here with the top 4 slots already. Top healing is going to Samuel, and looks like a monk just took over number 2. Helixer is in there for number 3. We should be able to get them back, though. Get those HKs. They got some on us. We want to take them back. We want to widen the gap for our lead. Kill tanks last, please. It's kind of funny that you have to actually type that out as a raid warning. That should be like common sense. There's no reason to be fighting the tank. The tank's not going to do any damage to you. Just CC him, move on, and take out these healers like that. I think Outbreak is history there. I don't think they faked it. We got the monk off to the side. Got a couple monk healers in here. 3 paladin healers, 2 priests, and that druid. A little bit of diversity there, but for the most part, you only see monks and priests lately. Every now and then you'll see a bunch of pallies like this, but not very often you see that many paladin healers in one match. And the druid healers, they're kind of hit and miss as well. You really don't see too many other healers than that. Try to do some damage here. I'm doing some massive AoE Divine Storms on their ass. Looks like the tank overextended a bit. I do not have a stun. Obviously, when you're trying to take out the Demon Hunter tank, you want to get them low and then hit that stun when they got no trinket, and then they're pretty much history. That's pretty much the same with any class, though, right? Once you get them low and they've blown their trinket, just hit that big-ass stun on them when they're not on diminishing returns, and boom, they're going to go back to the graveyard. Goodbye, warrior. We're capping the flag. We're winning the team fight. Pulled the mage down. Yeah, that's pretty commonplace, too. Everybody is web pulling the mage down. That is something that Blizzard may or may not address. I don't know. Is that working as intended? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Auggy's going to go down without a bubble. Nope, there's the Divine Shield. Gotta get them off the flag. We're capping F4 now. Tank should be history here, right? Nice smoke bomb. Perfect. Sometimes, man, you see stuff go off and it's just like clockwork, right? Everybody is in sync. That's how you got to play whenever you want to take out some of these harder teams in epic battlegrounds. Some of these matches, you know, they're okay, and some are just unplayable too, because Blizzard seems to keep getting the lag worse and worse in epic battlegrounds. I don't know what's going on, but some matches are completely unplayable. I mean, just last night, I got disconnected and my character was running around for like 1.5 to 2 minutes before I even got DC'd. Hell, one time I didn't even get DC'd. I had to Alt F4 out of the match and reload to actually get moving again. Came back, half the map was blue. We did end up backcapping our base though and saving it, and then we ended up taking all the graveyards and pushing them north while we burnt some stuff and actually came back to win that one. Nice match that we had there for sure. Looks like Enfers is on our team here. He was on the enemy team in that match last night. It's going to be a minute before that one will be up here uploaded on the channel though. Obviously, I'm still like a month and a half, probably a little bit, almost up to 2 months behind. I try to keep them a little bit back because I don't like people to know all the latest stuff, right? There are some things we do end up changing over the course of time with strategy, and if you just put them all out there, then everybody knows exactly what to expect and how to counter you. But if you keep them guessing, do some stuff for a couple months, and then by then, you know, your strategies have changed, so they don't have much to really go on. They just know what you've done in the past. They don't know any kind of little tweaks you've made, for sure. Taking them out here in the Mage Tower, though. The Warlock, oh, he was so low, got coiled. What do I need to hit? I have no Divine Shield, so I can't just immune to all the damage, but I can still finish him there. Loot the dead-ass body. We're capping the last flag. Yep, it's already capped. Little tent port there. A couple of them made it in. Let's take out the Druid Healer. Send them back to the graveyard. It's not that far of a run from them from here. The Wild Dash. Oh, they got pulled back. They're still going. Nice. Samuel and them are getting pushed back into their base. Yeah, that's just how it goes. Let's go all in and try to take out the boss, right? Sometimes you get a chance to do that. Sometimes you don't. It just really depends on what they're going to do inside the base to counter. A lot of times they'll try and port you somewhere special, or they'll use their electric shock and try to knock you out of the base too. Ooh, do I want to chase? No, I'm not going to chase down there. That was pretty good looking bait, but nah, not going to take that bait. Kind of getting out of LOS here for a second. Lots of AoE being spammed in that open doorway. Let's go all in now. Pop toys if you have them. Yeah. Get everything out if you can. The toys kind of suck in here too, because who wants to sit standing still for 10 seconds to cast a toy? That is just ridiculous, right? 5 seconds maybe, but 10 seconds is just way too long. Now we're pulling the boss to the front. They do have 2 monks, so we probably will have to take them out. The monks with that overflowing mist is pretty OP still. One of the monks is history. We're pumping damage into the boss. Look at this. The boss is getting heals. We're still DPSing through right now. Maybe they don't have all their healers focused on the boss. There we go. Kill the monk. Let's go. Get up there. Finish them. Almost down. They're trying to keep themselves alive right now. That's probably why the boss is going down. In any case, it is bullshit that overflowing mist still is OP against enemy NPCs, you know? Why would it be allowed to heal NPCs a shit ton of their health when they have millions and billions of health? It's just stupid. Anyways, the boss is going down. Trem's about history, and we're moving on to the next match. AUGGY PREMADE goes down. 4-1, not bad, I will take it. Looks like Prophecy for the top killing blows, Dirty Bird for the top damage, and Helixer for the top heals. May all of your random battlegrounds be epic. 1,000 battles, 1,000 victories. Until next time, GG for the Horde.